building a rapport with people belonging to higher positions or a status than you. When talking to people at a higher position or status than you, it's easy to feel inferior and fumble in making your conversations, making it awkward for everyone involved. There are some rules that you need to keep in mind to ace this problem. Do not be overwhelmed. It is, after all, another human being who has been on a similar journey as the one that you are on. Try to be as natural as possible, because things like salary or job type do not define who is more superior than others. Be confident about yourself. Even though the other person might seem to be more powerful and charismatic as a person, make sure you do not lose faith in yourself. It's important to recognize that there might be things you're good at, which the other person, no matter what their status or position is, might be willing to learn from you or might benefit from you. Maintain clarity of thought. Make it a practice to clear out mental chatter during conversations. Don't pay attention to self-attacking thoughts or the thought patterns that make you overly self-conscious. For instance, thoughts like this: I look so stupid in this dress, or I think I'm making a fool of myself. Don't listen to that. Prepare yourself beforehand if possible. Look, if you know that this interaction is going to happen, having some points beforehand that you can present to them or anticipating their reaction to the same can be a really good exercise. However, make sure you do not overthink this and instead just skim through the possibilities. Focus on becoming a non-judgmental listener. If the person is someone who you feel you can learn a lot from, make sure you become non-judgmental and focus on listening rather than running your mouth in front of them. The key word here is non-judgmental. Focus on what they say rather than who they are. Focus on the intent and the level of clarity and articulation in their ideas. Focus on the emotional tone behind their speech. Focus on the body language and the vocal tone. Focus on the motivation behind their ideas and beliefs. And finally, base your reaction on the person's presentation and intent rather than who they are or how powerful they appear to be. Once you have these basic rules of mindset out of the way, it's time to focus on the way in which you speak in front of them. Be direct in what you say. Don't sugarcoat your intent. People at higher positions are no strangers to those who would flatter them and would rather appreciate honesty and courage than another sweet-talking, self-loathing person. Just for instance, "Sir, thank you for making the time. I have a problem with this new project and I feel that it needed to be brought to your attention." Try to level the field. Try to talk to them in such a manner that it feels that both of you are not separated by any of the high-low, better-worse comparisons. Treat them with respect, but do not extend it into flattery. Be open to learning from them, but do not agree to everything they say, even when you're against their ideas and beliefs. One good way to level the playing field is by saying something along the lines of, "Sir, I think your idea is amazing. I have an extensive background in this, and through my experience, I think there's a way to make it even better." In the essence, put forward your own perspective. Justify why your perspective matters and be fearless in expressing it. Focus on the bigger picture. Whether you're talking with your favorite author at the airport lounge after a chance meeting, or if you are talking to your boss, there is always a bigger picture right behind the immediate situation. As both of you and this other more famous person or more influential person share the same planet and maybe even the same country or organization, you see there are commonalities in the terms of what both of you want to achieve. Focus on this rather than letting the conversation become a fanboy or a fangirl type of interaction, or even worse, a one-sided expression of admiration or agreement. For instance, when talking to your favorite author who you just happen to meet by chance who has written about social evils, put forward some part of your experience and talk about how things could be better in society, rather than just focusing on expressing how blessed you are to meet them. Ask questions, put forth your ideas, and focus on the shared collective goal that unites both of you. In the end, it's about finding a common ground. No matter who the person is, that matters the most. Try to learn as much as you can from the other person. But remember that they can learn a lot from you as well.